Good day to all. Good day to all. This is my Wednesday live. This is Nurturing Our Humanity. Get to it. So let me start with the motivation for today's talk. I just recently got my YouTube Premium back up. With that comes YouTube Music. I was very impressed when I would play a song and see the songs that were being recommended. In other words, I play one song and then it just starts carrying on with like-minded or whatever, however it's figured out. It was doing a pretty good job. I was enjoying probably 5 or 6 songs, just random stuff that I had no choice in, and it was great choices. So let's get to the topic of this video: clarity beyond screen times. And what I'm speaking to is having a bearing of your organic self before we've been so controlled and captivated with AI's intervention into us. Um, yeah, so it's been quite an it's quite an adventure to just mentally try to open up enough to understand so many things that I don't. Um, things that are being served up right now. Um, just the way uh, human interactions are going down, and we're interacting, being answered, questioned, helped, directed, and more things through computers and augmentation and things of that nature. Um, AIs will actually outdo a lot of people's human and organic interactions. Better advice, a lot of things. So, if in that situation alone, um, that's going to be a heck of a challenge when the synthetic version actually has true benefits over the organic versions. But we have to vet people and make sure that we have the right people, because people are still amazing. But you just have to first have the courage to be yourself, put that forward, lead with that, and then you can actually find your tribe. That's my feeling on it. So by saying that, I was just looking at, I was born in mid 70s. So I'm at an interesting time in the early 50s, late 40s range, um, where when we were children, we were outside playing, chasing, running out behind the ice cream truck, out to the street lights, all that stamps, playing hide and go seek, other types of items, um, you name it. Playing with rocks, playing in the canals, skateboarding. We touched the world. We built ramps. We built dog houses. We were an outdoor bunch for the most part, generationally. I'm sure there's some children after that that are probably in their 20s now that actually have had those experiences. And there's probably some people older who were already in homebodies. But for the most part, just trying to link it in through generational, I fall into a very interesting pocket. I call it a bridge. And we're a bridge between when things were just completely organic, and then when a lot of the TV, video games, computers, cell phones, apps, internet, when a lot of that stuff happened, different people were getting kind of pushed off and just left to the side. um I would say most of the people in my window are still pushing strong with the new knowledge of learning how to use apps, digital platforms, upload content, things like that. But we are still tied to the organic past of us as well. It's a shame that a lot of people have decided to not share their organic gifts and show young kids how to make paper airplanes and do all the cool stuff that we used to do. But apparently, that's not very interesting and captivating. A lot of parents seem to just kind of hand over devices, and that's kind of how it goes. And then, these kids develop the way they do. I grew up without my father, so I didn't grow up twice. So it's not like I had a life with him and then a life without him to compare the two. I only had one life I've lived. So what's around you kind of becomes your norm. It doesn't mean you have to settle or accept it, but it is your basic norm. And so by sharing that, let me go into a definition here. Okay. This is something I saw on Cyborg. Okay. Cyborg. Okay. In the English Oxford Dictionary defines a cyborg as a person whose physical tolerances or capabilities are extended beyond normal human limitations by a machine or other external agency that modifies the body's functioning. An integrated man machine system. Cyborg. Why do I bring that up? Most of us, it's through our phones. I run with the mean guy, Thanos, on mines. But most of us, this is how we're cyborg. Uh, a, a lot of our functions and dirty daily things that we need to do, and some dirty stuff, will all be available in this one device because these are always with us. They're attached to us like a pacemaker or something. And I think it's important at times to remember how to live and move without these things. Um, Looking forward to a camping trip I'm going to be having soon, and other things I'll be doing. Uh, Hold on a second. Take your time. Of course I will. So, but we are run and in a sense, um, trying to keep our organic selves and be future forward with our digital selves, right? So this combining of the two, it's like, are we in the future evolving to being some type of cyborgs? By definition, it's part machine, part organic. Uh, I mean, this is it's mechanic, it's made, you know what I'm saying? Now it has a connection to things and it's learning stuff, but I think it's going to require people from our generation to put this in perspective because we remember the world without this stuff. And we can appreciate, I believe, the benefits of it. It's not taken for granted, it's not assumed. So, with all of that said, um, don't lose yourself. I mean, the whole thing is not to lose you in the course of this. And just to remember that if you're above that, I mean, let's say before that or after that, you can still gather the fibers of what I'm putting down right now. But what I really want to say is that, wherever you are, balance yourself on the scale. So if you're 50-50, like I think a lot of my generation is, it's easy for us to look right across and see what's going on. But some of us are 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, and maybe even the opposite way. And it's like you might need to put more on that other scale just so you can see unbiasedly across it. But there's benefits, pros and cons on both sides. So I'm going to wrap my video up with that. My outside of this world is getting very busy, and sometimes it can't move without me, and that's okay. When you bring great value, when you move yourself, you're going to leave a big gap, and that's just a compliment. All right. So with that, in my busy stream today. Till next week, thank you for joining in. Nurturing of our humanity. And I'm organically signing off. Peace out, you guys. Peace out.